Shopify versus Squarespace, two of the best website builders that promise seemingly the same e-commerce business experience. But in all honesty, these are some different tools for different needs. So in today's video, I'll overview the strengths and weaknesses of both of the website builders, and by the end, you should have the right tool in your hands. Now, just to set the ground before we start, Shopify is a platform built specifically and only for e-commerce, meaning it's fully optimized just for online stores. While you can add blogs or other elements, it's not the most convenient workflow. Squarespace, however, is the best website builder for design. Looking good is the bread and butter of this builder, making it great for portfolios, blogs, and smaller stores. It's versatile, so a really good option if you're starting out and are not sure where your website can evolve. And it just got a big update, so we'll see if something changed from our last video. The good news, straight out of the gate, is that both platforms have a free trial in which you can test out nearly everything they offer. Sure, Shopify's is a bit short, only 3 days compared to 14 with Squarespace, but since these trials don't require credit card information, well, you can test on quite a few different email addresses. However, neither allows you to start selling during the trial. So when it comes to pricing, Shopify starts at around $30 per month for its basic plan, offering advanced features like abandoned cart recovery, unlimited products, and multi-channel selling, having all you need for any e-commerce website. However, if it's a bit too much for your current budget, Shopify offers a starter plan at $5 a month. This integration into your social accounts or existing website is a very appreciated option. Though keep in mind that if you're planning to have lots of staff working on the website, Shopify limits you on that even on the advanced plan, while Squarespace goes unlimited from the second option. So, if we compare Squarespace to the Shopify starter plan, it seems to be on the more expensive side, but the cheapest plan actually starts under $20 a month. While this plan is good for most websites, it lacks more advanced features. So to start fully selling online, the plans start at $30 a month. We couldn't find any hidden fees or upsells with both platforms, and there's no renewal price increment. So the price you pay for your web builder will always stay the same. Overall, these two have similar pricing. Shopify has an easier entry point with a starter plan, but I think you won't lose going with either of these builders for your business. Oh boy, in terms of design and flexibility, these two website builders couldn't be any more different. First, I'll cover templates. Even with a paid plan, you only get around 10 free templates with Shopify. And if I'm being fair, the free templates are okay looking at best, kind of basic. Squarespace is the opposite. It offers more than 100 modern looking templates that are not only gorgeous, but these designs constantly win web awards, like quite a lot of them. But here's the kicker. Shopify allows you to buy amazing looking templates from third-party providers and simply apply them to your web store. When adding the selection of these markets, Shopify has way more templates for all kinds of niches. Squarespace, on the other hand, doesn't really allow that. There are a few places that sell Squarespace templates, but they are more expensive and seem to require a bit too much technical know-how. So basically, if you're here to spend money to make money and not mess around with designs, then Shopify will offer you more options. But if you want to mess around with your site more, Squarespace offers more creative freedom. If you thought that free design selection is limited with Shopify, then wait for its editor. Yeah, it's very simplistic and a bit restrictive. Again, you can create a very basic design here using these tools, and I bet that for beginners, no drag and drop controls and limitations can help you not to get too confused. However, my issue is that Shopify is for e-commerce websites. And in the world of e-commerce, having a standard looking store might not be the best approach for success. There are third-party plugins that can bring different editing modes to Shopify, but at that point, we're not really reviewing Shopify, are we? So I can recommend Shopify for beginners just because of its ease of use, but without spending extra, you're not going to go that far. Squarespace, on the other hand, is renowned for its smooth drag and drop editor, making it incredibly intuitive, especially for me since I like clean, minimalistic approaches. I mean, sometimes you can forget that you're in the editing mode and not just browsing your site. It's that non-intrusive. Squarespace also offers a wide range of elements you can add, including some more advanced ones like SoundCloud players or donations. You can add pre-made sections and easily customize them using the grid system. Basically, it means that you don't need to move elements pixel by pixel. They'll automatically snap to the grid points. But there's freedoms even here since you can modify the grid to your liking. What's more, there are AI tools, like AI text editors. It's not super impressive, to be fair, but it does speed up website creation, especially if you're planning to create lots of content. Yeah, so overall, designs and creative freedom are by far the strongest points of Squarespace, and it might just be my favorite editor to work with. Shopify is way more rigid and limited, working more like a Lego constructor. Unless you spend money, then a world of designs opens up. But here's a twist. Shopify shines in its e-commerce functionalities, offering a more robust system for managing products, inventory, and multi-channel sales. It also integrates with thousands of apps. No, I mean it. Actually, thousands of them. These allow for extensive customizations to suit your business needs. However, as with most third-party extensions, you'll be required to create an account and maybe even get a subscription to take full advantage of them. Don't get me wrong. If you're just starting out, you won't need to delve into the app market. There are enough tools from the get-go. Squarespace's tools are also powerful but more limited, focusing mainly on internal features without an extensive app marketplace. That said, Squarespace's in-house tools for blogging, SEO, and marketing are excellent, particularly for businesses looking to sell while making lots of content, or well, building up your brand. There are a few extensions you can add, nothing too fancy like with Shopify, but still. After messing around with these builders and the tools they offer, I would probably split them up into two categories. Physical stores and products are better managed with Shopify, while digital products or subscriptions are easier with Squarespace. Also, both platforms handle transaction fees differently. Squarespace charges 0% transaction fees on its commerce plans, but you still need to pay credit card processing fees through third-party providers. Shopify eliminates extra fees if you use Shopify Payments, but if you opt for other payment gateways, additional transaction fees will apply. So read up on these before fully committing. All right, while e-commerce and business might be Shopify's strong side, marketing is definitely better with Squarespace. Well, I mean beginner marketing. Since instead of adding lots of extra third-party tools that can add to the monthly fee, here you get not only email marketing, but also a completely free Unfold app. It's actually a pretty useful little tool that allows you to create viral posts for any kind of social media. With the new big update, Squarespace adds even more, like Black Friday email templates and automizations. Once you get the hang of all Squarespace tools, you'll become a marketing expert in no time. Oh, and if you want a more in-depth Squarespace review of its marketing tools, leave a comment letting us know. Not to make Shopify look bad here, it comes with email marketing and a few other small tools, but once more, all extras need to be added through apps. So in a way, you can have way more marketing options in Shopify's system. You'll just have to deal with more subscriptions, probably way higher fees, and multiple different control panels. Now, the last part of this Squarespace versus Shopify comparison is performance. Web builders are platforms where you can't really optimize how well your site performs, so I've checked Shopify and Squarespace loading speeds, stress tests, and uptime to see which one is more suitable for your business. Loading time is crucial for e-commerce, and honestly, any other site, no one will wait 10 seconds to read your blog post. Here, both platforms actually fail to meet the Google recommended loading time of 2.5 seconds, which isn't as bad as it might sound since this recommendation is for hosting, and web builders are naturally slower. We at Cybernews usually mark 4 seconds as the line that we consider good web builder loading times, and both platforms hit the mark. Squarespace coming in at around 2.8 seconds, while Shopify managed to load 1 second slower. To be fair, seeing how much stuff Shopify has, it's no wonder that it's only a second slower. Now, both platforms sort of promise you to keep your site reachable. Squarespace doesn't really have that number set in stone, and Shopify states it has 99.99% uptime. I've tested both platforms for more than a month, sending a ping every few minutes, and the results were great. Both Squarespace and Shopify kept their promise, though the former had one more incident than Shopify. All of them seemed to be quickly resolved. The last thing is stress testing. Basically sending a bunch of virtual users to see if my new website can handle the traffic spike. We're doing this specifically with 50 users since having that many people browsing simultaneously is quite an achievement for any website. But in e-commerce, popularity spikes can be an everyday occurrence. Both platforms managed to hold back 50 users without any real issues or errors occurring, and even response times were fairly decent for web builders. So overall, Squarespace edges just slightly better in performance, but it seems that both won't let your business down. Ultimately, your choice between Shopify versus Squarespace should come down to your overall business needs. If you're focusing mainly on sales and growth, Shopify's robust ecosystem and super extensive third-party tools make it the best e-commerce platform for scaling business. However, if you want more refined designs, creative freedom, and easy-to-use marketing tools, Squarespace offers the edge in design and simplicity. So, Shopify is for selling and Squarespace is for brand building. Amen. For a deep dive into each of these providers, don't forget to take advantage of the free trial periods and see which platform suits your needs best. I hope this comparison helped you. If you still have questions, let's chat in the comments. If you like content like this, why not drop a like on the video? And if you want a complete Shopify review for the upcoming year 2025, let us know. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll see you all later.